4, order number 2, communication from the chair.
Honorable members, I wish to notify that today, 22nd day of July 2026, we have the honor to welcome teachers and pupils from South Wales schools in Kalau Ward or Kalau Sub-County of our county, Nyandarua. There is a total of 57 pupils and 5 teachers who are leading the delegation, namely 1, Mr. George Mugaki, Stephen Muiga, Mr. Nixon Masharia, Ms. Leah Mweni, Mr. Festus Limo. In the delegation, we also have the leadership of the pupils led by 1, Ms. Margaret Nakoron, the President, Ms. Lucy Wajiro, Governor Junior Secretary, Ms. Kate Nyambura, Class Representative, Mr. Simon Deuri, Class Representative, lastly, Mr. Junior Mwangi, Class Representative. As an assembly, we have a standing tradition of warmly welcoming our visitors, more so students or pupils, as we deliberate on important matters touching on the country, on the county. I therefore ask you, honorable members, to join me in applauding the teachers and students of South Wales schools as aforesaid. Finally, I wish to thank the area member of County Assembly, Honorable Daniel Gitau Dongo, Captain, for ensuring the school is accommodated appropriately and the assembly at the assembly during the plenary. Thank you. Next order.
Order number 3, messages. Order number 4, petitions. Order number 5, papers. Mr. Speaker, sir, under this order, there is a number of papers to be tabled in this House. The first one being a paper by the Honorable John Dugashino, the Chairperson, Committee on Lands, Physical Planning, Housing and Urban Development.
Very well, Honorable John Dugashino, Chairperson, Committee on Lands, Physical Planning, Housing and Urban Planning and Urban Development.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. And wish to table the report on the Nyandarua County Second Kenya Informal Settlement Improvement Project KISIP Annual Report and Financial Statement for the year ended 30th June 2025. Honorable Speaker, the Committee on Lands, Physical Planning, Housing and Urban Development has been considering the Nyandarua County Second Kenya Informal Settlement Improvement Project KISIP Annual Report and Financial Statement for the year ended 30th June 2025. The committee has held sittings on this matter. However, it has not been able to comprehensively scrutinize and conclude its review of the report. In view of these circumstances, Mr. Speaker, the committee respectively seeks an extension of 21 days to establish it thoroughly examine the Nyandarua County Second Kenya Informal Settlement Improvement KISIP Annual Report and Financial Statement, and to prepare a detailed and comprehensive report for tabling before this Honorable House. Accordingly, Honorable Speaker, I humbly request that this House grant the committee the additional time required to finalize its consideration of the said report. Your indulgence and support of this regard will be greatly appreciated. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable John Gashino. The report is duly tabled. The same shall be processed as directed by the House Business Committee pursuant to Standing Order 157. No. Oh. Thank you. I'm sorry. The preliminary report is duly tabled. Honorable Gashino, Chairman, Committee on Lands and Physical Planning. The leave sought is well explained and deserving, and so I grant it as sought. So the chairman ensure the report is ready within the time requested. Next order.
Under the same order, Mr. Speaker, sir, there is a paper to be tabled by the Honorable Paul Ngesha, the Chairperson, Committee on Health Services.
Very well. Honorable Paul Gesho Obaire, Chairman, Committee on Health Services. Honorable Kungo.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Speaker. I'm standing in for the Chair, Health Services, that is Honorable Gesha, member for Kipipiri. I'm Isaac Kungo, member for Wanjohi. I'm a member of Health Committee. So, Honorable Speaker, we are supposed this afternoon to table a report on the Engineer County Hospital, that is half-year report, and the financial statement that for the period ended December 31st, 2025. And after consultation within our committee, through the guidance of the able chair, Honorable Speaker, this is what we had decided, that since the introduction of the Engineer County Hospital half-year report and financial statement for the period of the 31st December 2025 to the committee, the matter has been constituted the agenda of several committee meetings. During these engagements, members have undertaken preliminary consideration of the report and deliberated on various aspects of the hospital operations and financial performance. However, the committee noted that its review would be more meaningful if undertaken alongside the annual report and financial statement for the full financial year. Therefore, Honorable Speaker, the committee observed that the current financial year 2025-2026 The committee observed that the current financial year 2025-2026 has just ended, and that the annual report and financial statement are expected to be submitted to the County Assembly in the near future, that is approximately within the next 3 months. Members were of the view that the annual report will provide a comprehensive account of the hospital activities, financial position, and overall performance, thereby enabling the committee to undertake a holistic assessment rather than relying solely on the half-year report. Accordingly, the committee found it prudent to defer further considerations of the half-year report and await the submission of the annual report and financial statements. Members noted that this approach would facilitate a comprehensive scrutiny of the hospital performance for the entire financial year, enable effective assessment of the implementation of key programs and recommendations, and ensure that the committee findings and recommendations to the House are well informed and evidence-based. In view of this foregoing, Honorable Speaker, the committee resolved to seek extension of 150 days. And the reason we are seeking 150 days, we are expecting within the 90 days to get the final year report, and then the committee would take 60 days to conclude the report, and after that we'll be able to bring a very comprehensive report for the performance of Engineer County Hospital. Honorable Speaker, we seek leave for 150 days.
Very well, Honorable Kongo, on behalf of Chairperson, Committee on Health Services. The preliminary report is duly tabled, so the leave sought is well explained and deserving, and so I grant it as sought. So, Chairman, ensure the report is ready within the time requested. Next order.
Order number 6, notices of motions. Order number 7, statements. Mr. Speaker, sir, under this order, there is a statement response to be issued by the Honorable Geoffrey Kamwana, the Chairperson, Committee on Implementation.
Very well. Honorable Geoffrey Kamwana, Chairperson, Committee on Implementation.
Thank you so much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, the committee is yet to receive the response regarding the resolutions sought. However, it is pursuing the office of the County Secretary for a response. Once received, the committee will compile a comprehensive report. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Chairman, Committee.
Honorable Speaker, the response I have given here was in regard to a statement that was sought specifically by Honorable Mwangi Gishuki. In regard to a statement that was sought specifically by Honorable Mwangi Gishuki. In regard to the rapid response team that is yet to be constituted by the respective departments, and specifically also by the office of the county. I
can see Honorable Mwangi Gishuki is not allowed. How many days do you require to give a comprehensive response?
Honorable Speaker, this will depend by the response from the executive, because this is something that has been coming on and on in this assembly, and in any case, if they are going to delay anymore, we are going now to summon them.
Order, Honorable Kamwana. Your role as a member of County Assembly, number 1 is oversight.
Yeah.
And I do understand this House have given you power to obtain and enforce. So you need to give us.
Honorable Speaker, is on a point of clarification whether my colleague Honorable Kamwana is continuing to give the executive time not to reply to our statements. So at your discretion, we should get this information within the next 7 days.
Chair? No.
Honorable Speaker, because I know you'll be able to read this. I feel, Honorable Speaker, 21 days is enough.
21 days is okay. Clerk, next order.
Order number 8, motions and bills.
Very well. Honorable Sakari Mwangi Jero, Chairperson, Committee on Finance, Economic Planning, ICT and Revenue.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, allow me, before I move the motion, I do welcome the runners from Southways Comprehensive School together with its administration. Karibuni sana hapa County Assembly of Nyandarua in Courts for a practical observation. Honorable Speaker, I beg to move the following motion: that this House does adopt the report of the Committee on Finance, Economic Planning, ICT and Revenue on the Nyandarua County Receiver of Revenue Statements for the financial year added the 30th day of June 2025 as a report of the House, and the recommendations are therein, Honorable Speaker, as the resolution of the House. Honorable Speaker, with me is the report of the committee, and this is the 24th report of the Committee on Finance, Economic Planning and ICT and Revenue on the report.
Honorable Secretary.
Yes, he can proceed.
Okay, proceed. Honorable Ibrahim.
Honorable Speaker, we are clarifying. We want to be assured whether honorable member is in order to move a motion from where he is, whether it's in order.
Honorable members, it's in order. Proceed, Honorable Secretary.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I don't intend to respond to my good friend and the member for Murungaru that the only time you are required to appear before the dispatch box is when you are tabling a document to the office of the clerk, and it is very much in order to transact any other business from this end. And Honorable Speaker, as I have said, is that I want to present the 24th report of the Committee on Finance, Economic Planning and ICT and Revenue on the receiver of revenue, County Government of Nyandarua, for the financial year ended the day of 30th June 2025. Honorable Speaker, first of all, I want to take this opportunity to appreciate the Office of the Speaker and the Office of the Clerk for the logistical support towards the compilation of this report. Honorable Speaker, it is prudent to know that the cardinal role of the County Executive Committee member of Finance, Economic Planning and ICT and Revenue is to be in charge of the County Treasury. The receiver of revenue falls under the County Treasury. Thus, the head of the County Treasury provides the policy direction on all matters on revenue collection. That is well explained by Section 157, subsection 1 of the PFMA. Section 158, Honorable Speaker, forms an anchorage for the collection of revenue in the county as per the provisions. Honorable Speaker, the receiver of revenue is of the opinion that the accounts gives a true and fair view of the statement transaction, that is during the subsequent year 24-25 financial year, and the Nyandarua. She further confirms the completeness of the accounting records maintained of the systems of internal financial control. Honorable Speaker, I want to appreciate my members of the committee, Ginyaga, and the other support team. Honorable Speaker, Section 158, subsegment shall provide a quarterly statement to the County Treasury with copies of the National Treasury and the Commission on Revenue Allocation. Honorable Speaker, the receiver of revenue is responsible for the preparation and presentation of the receiver of revenue account, which gives a true and a fair view of the state of affairs at the end of the period. It is equally good to note that the $53,584,835 Kenya shillings, which is 77% of the targeted revenue. The receiver of revenue received facility improvement financing for the month of July, only worth Kenya shillings 1,245,078 shillings, and the facilities managed the revenue for the rest of the year. The revenue target, Honorable Speaker, the table below at page 10 indicates the revenue target versus the actual revenue as tabulated. When you go to the revenue stream, We have the major revenue streams, that is single business permit, administration, control, fees and charges, cess, parking, physical planning and development. If you compare what was budgeted, actual realization, Honorable Speaker, the table indicates that, for instance, for the single business permit, what was budgeted was a total of 123,975,000 Kenya shillings, but the actual was that was realized, Honorable Speaker, was 106,960,062 Kenya shillings, and that translates to 86%. When we randomly go to physical planning and development, there what was budgeted was 66,582,400 Kenya shillings. The actual realization was only 19,233,882 Kenya shillings, and that is just a realization of 29%. Honorable Speaker, the committee found that the county has not been meeting the budgeted revenue, resulting in increased pending bills, and the county government has not exhibited satisfactory efforts to meet its set targets or explore new revenue streams. And the County Assembly passed the Nyandarua County Revenue Board Act, and that formed the basis for establishment of a revenue board for efficient management of revenue in the county, as well as address the challenges faced in the revenue department. But Honorable Speaker, that notwithstanding, the county executive has not implemented the act, and therefore there is still no Nyandarua County Revenue Board in place as stipulated by the act. Honorable Speaker, additionally, the statement of arrears of the revenue as at 30th day of June 2025 was reported as Kenya shillings 663,085,178 Kenya shillings, where waivers and variations of fees and charges granted during the period was Kenya shillings 252,587,928 Kenya shillings. Honorable Speaker, the major revenue streams in the county that includes the single business permits, administration control, fees and charges, cess, parking fee and physical planning and development. The comparison revenue generated by each between the previous period and the period under review is tabulated below on page 11. For instance, when you compare single business permit as at 30th June 2025, there was a correction of 106,960,062 Kenya shillings. But as at 30th June 2024, there was an actual correction of 83,806,114 Kenya shillings, and that is a decrease, Honorable Speaker, of 27.6%. Honorable Speaker, it is good to note that all the revenue streams recorded an increase from the previous period, except cess, which recorded a 6.4% decline, and it should be noted that the liquor license are classified under the administration control, fees and charges streams, where Kenya shilling 73,240,633 Kenya shillings was realized from the stream. The committee found that the receiver of revenue has failed to monitor revenue performance in the course of the year to address the gap between the targets and the revenue realized. Additionally, Honorable Speaker, streams like RAD rates ought to have performed better, considering the activities of the RAD division within the county. Honorable Speaker, among other revenues that the county realized was 4,200,000 from the disposal of motor vehicle, impressed recovery of Kenya shillings 1,094,178 shillings, and an insurance of Kenya shillings 5,713,200 Kenya shillings, which is not actual revenue from the normal revenue streams. Honorable Speaker, from a comparative analysis, Honorable Speaker, from prior Auditor General's observation, and I want to quote, it is good to note that the statement of arrears of revenue reflects total outstanding revenue of Kenya shillings 564,235,167 Kenya shillings in financial year 24-25, and Kenya shillings 478,498,122 Kenya shillings in the financial year, that is financial year 22-23 and earlier years. Thus, the management did not demonstrate adequate measures to recover the arrears, Honorable Speaker, and in the circumstances, the accuracy, completeness, and recoverability of revenue arrears could not be confirmed. So, Honorable Speaker, those are some of the issues that were raised by the report from the Auditors General. And equally, there was unsupported county-owned generated receipts. The statement of receipts and disbursement reflects a total of county-owned generated revenue, which includes a balance of Kenya shillings 9,135,986 Kenya shillings disclosed as direct deposit in the reconciliation statements. And Honorable Speaker, this is because a number of traders directly deposited money in the county revenue bank accounts without invoices and kept bank slips awaiting enforcement, and the bank deposits were, however, reconciled. Another issue, Honorable Speaker, that was flagged out is the inaccurate disbursement of the county revenue to the county revenue fund, where the statement of receipts and disbursement reflect disbursement to the county revenue fund, which differs with the receiver of revenue resorting to unreconciled revenue. In the circumstances, the accuracy of the disbursement to the county revenue fund could not be confirmed. And Honorable Speaker, the cause of the said difference is the cut-off period between CRF and the revenue fund account that needs reconciliation. And the reconciliation was provided and the issue was resolved. Another issue, Honorable Speaker, that was under query is the unresolved prior year matters. And in the previous year, several issues were raised under the report on financial statements, report on lawfulness and effectiveness in the use of public resources, and report on effectiveness in international controls, risk management, and governance, which have not been resolved. To this end, Honorable Speaker, there was equally another issue that was about automation. Yes, failure to automate all the revenue collection streams. Honorable Speaker, the statements of receipts and disbursement reflect total county own generated revenue balance of Kenya shillings 515,740,772 Kenya shillings, included in the balance of the 102,936,217 Kenya shillings, which was collected manually, despite the county having contracted an agent to help in revenue collection. Further, revenue totaling to Kenya shillings 48 million plus was collected through reform, despite this being an outdated system that is unable to provide relevant information to aid management in decision making, and thus the effectiveness on internal control relating to revenue collection and enforcement procedures could not be confirmed. Honorable Speaker, as I wind up, the committee observed that the period that the reported revenue collected manually accounts to 29.4%, and it could not be confirmed to be leakage proof. Additionally, the receiver of revenue has not demonstrated any strategies to curb leakages and resistance towards migrating to a new system. And Honorable Speaker, having all those observations, from the foregoing, the committee makes the following recommendations. We have made 6 recommendations, Honorable Speaker. 1, that within the 30 days, the County Executive Committee member for Finance, Economic Planning, ICT and Revenue does bring to this House a detailed report on all waivers and variations for taxes, fees, or charges granted during the year, indicating their streams and reasons. Number 2, that within another 30 days, Honorable Speaker, the County Executive Committee member for Finance, Economic Planning, ICT and Revenue does furnish this House on plans to put in place a Nyandarua County Revenue Board, bearing in mind that the Act is in place. Number 3, that within 30 days, the receiver of revenue does submit a detailed reconciliation on the revenue and disbursement report by the controller of the budget. Number 4, that the CCM Finance does submit to this House a county risk management policy within 60 days. Number 5, that the CCM in charge of finance does within 30 days submit to this House letters of appointment or gazette notices designating receiver of revenues in the county. And lastly, Honorable Speaker, that the receiver of revenue does undertake a user awareness campaign on the new system within the 90 days. Honorable Speaker, without much ado, I think with proper mechanisms, Honorable Speaker, and with the in furtherance to the recommendations there in Honorable Madam Speaker. Yes, I can see now we are having Madam Speaker. I think the receiver of revenue will be in a position to put the House in order. And with that, I want to invite my Vice Chair to second.
All right, Honorable Benson. Thank you, Honorable Zachary. Honorable Benson, proceed.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I second.
All right. I propose the question, which is that this House does adopt the report of the Committee on Finance, Economic Planning, ICT and Revenue on the Nyandarua County Receiver of Revenue Statements for financial year ended 30th June 2025 as a report of the House, and the recommendation therein as a resolution of the House. I now put the question, which is that this House does adopt the report of the Committee on Finance, Economic Planning, ICT and Revenue on the Nyandarua County Receiver of Revenue Statements for financial year ended 30th June 2025 as a report of the House, and the recommendations therein as a resolution of this House. May those of a similar opinion say aye. May those of a contrary opinion say nay. And the ayes have it. Clerk, next order.
Madam Speaker, we have exhausted the business in the main order paper. However, there is a supplementary order paper to be transacted, which we proceed to. So order number 1, administration of oath. Order number 2, communication from the chair.
The chair has no communication to make.
Order number 3, messages. Order number 4, petitions. Order number 5, papers. Madam Speaker, there is a paper to be tabled by the Honorable Isaac Kongo Wanjiro, the Chairperson, Committee on Budget and Appropriations.
All right, very well. Honorable Isaac Kongo Wanjiro, the Chairperson, Budget and Appropriation Committee, and the democratically elected member of Wanjohi Ward. Proceed.
Thank you, Honorable Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, this morning I introduced the Nyandarua County Appropriation Bill for 2026, and with consultation with the Speaker, our Deputy Speaker, I did inform this House that I'll be tabling the report this afternoon, but with a rider That is, after we have looked at to the issues to bring to this house is that when we tabled the appropriation bill, there was a request from the executive. So there was a letter or some sort of a memorandum requesting that we include some of the balances from the special purpose account, mainly from the grants. As the House is aware, is that we passed the budget on 28th of June. That means that the year was still running, the financial year was still running up to the 30th of June. And with this regard, now the year has closed, that the financial year 2025-2026 has closed, and we have some balances that are existing within the special purpose accounts, mostly in regard with the grants, that is KISIP, KDSP, FROCA, KAIP, and our headquarter. And after we have met this midday with the budget committee, we have considered it and we have found it's worth. We consider those balances so that those programs can continue. We are not sure when the supplementary budget will be forthcoming, so we found it prudent to include them such that the FROCA program, the KDSP and the KISIP, including the KAIP, can continue even as we wait for supplementary later in the year. So, Honorable Speaker, we are working on that, and I have consulted with my secretariat, and they have told me now they need at least 1 hour 40 minutes to complete that work. And so in that regard, Madam Speaker, I would really humbly request this House to allow me to seek an adjournment to move this motion today at 5. And I also want to say it is a very important motion to pass. It is very important that we pass the appropriation bill today, because as we are aware, we are 22 days late. The executive cannot go on and road the budget. We have not given the executive the mandate. We did the budget, yes, but we have not appropriated. Our role is to budget and appropriate. So it is very important that we do it today. So we are late, so that the executive can now work on the budget. Things can move. You know, this is our very political year. Procurement need to be done and all that. So I sincerely request the member humbly, kindly give us quorum at 5. We finish this business so that it does not proceed to next week, and we can be able to save on time. Thank you, Madam Speaker. I beg within your discretion, you allow us to adjourn at 5, up to 5.
All right, thank you, Honorable Isaac Wanjiru. Your plea is well taken. I propose the question that, pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order 33 as read together with Standing Order 32(4)(b), this House does adjourn its sitting to today, the 22nd day of July 2026 at 5 p.m. to approve and enact the Nyandarua County Appropriation Bill 2026 in the remaining stages of the bill. I now put the question that, pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order 33, as read together with Standing Order 32(4)(b), this House does adjourn its sitting today, the 22nd day of July 2026 at 5 p.m. to approve and enact the Nyandarua County Appropriation Bill 2026 in the remaining stages of the bill. May those of a similar opinion say aye. May those of a contrary opinion say nay. And the ayes have it. Clerk, next order.
Madam Speaker, in line with the approved motion, we have concluded the businesses appearing in our supplementary order paper.
All right, thank you, Clerk. But before I adjourn the House, I want to give special recognition to the South Wales School. We welcome. My name is Honorable Akili Sasha Wamai, and I'm happy that you came to see what we do. You're most welcome, and I hope you've gained something and you're inspired, and continue working hard. For the teachers, give these children the best, because education is the only key to success. So, and I want to give special recognition. I want to give special recognition to Junior Moya the son to our sergeant, Moya. You're here? Welcome. Your father does a good job here. Yes, so may you follow in his footsteps, and that goes to all the kids. Discipline is the key, all right? Thank you. So there being no other business to transact during today's sitting, I now adjourn the House to the Tuesday, 28th day to the Wednesday, or rather to today, at 5 p.m. House stands adjourned.